What did you see out there?
First half was a little bit brutal to watch. We were getting beat on the boards, and we weren't responding to their physicality. The whole game, we didn't respond to the physicality. So, we knew that you're playing the team one time. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at you. They're going to play. They played a medley of different types of zone. They played a 3-2. They played just a regular flat 2-3, and they played a tandem 2-3. And they tried to contain our penetration, and then they really hit us. And so we didn't get our transition offensive game going at all. Tay got a charge. Andrani kept getting back tipped. And it's just, it was painful to watch that part, that we could not really respond to that. And Towson's coming off of a win, and they played more aggressive than we did tonight.
I think more painful was the way that Candace Bond played. She played very well, and unfortunately the team couldn't back her up.
Well, and that's what I said in there to her. I was like, I felt like she did give us, as much as she could. There's times I'm always asking for a lot more vocal leadership out of her, and there was times I was screaming for her to huddle and just to kind of get ready to believe. But she certainly, performed on the offensive end. And, we didn't get it to her enough of late, and there was, just, not enough people stepping up around her.
Why do you think their backcourt had so much success?
They were familiar with our team. Some of those kids play summer ball with our team. They're getting healthier. They've had several injuries throughout the year, so they have several of their players back. I think collectively they played much better, obviously, defense against us tonight. We had 10 or 15 more shot attempts than they did, and we didn't defend on the other end. That was probably really what's so disappointing. I think, we know that you can't look at someone's record. I didn't feel like my team, certainly coming off of JMU, was overzealous and thought we were going to walk in here, but it's just those questions of why, and I just feel like the fight and the 50-50 balls, I can handle, you guys know how I feel about that one, with effort and fight, and they just took advantage of us and we didn't bounce back.
Obviously, your run and gun offense, they were playing much more slow down. That kind of affected the
Well, completely. And we have today. We worked a little bit. We'll obviously continue to work the rest of the week as we head down to ODU. We again, I keep trying to say, if we're not scoring in transition, we can still do the things that we needed to do. We scored several times in a row today. When we slowed it down and tried to get a hit and get the ball to, we wanted to get the ball to. That's constantly how I always coach before I put in, the attack offense. So it's just, it's hard to change that mentality back and forth when you have a running gun team, and then you need to slow them down. I know that's, to me, has always been what is a little bit more difficult, but you have to be able to score. People that are as athletic as you and that can contain your penetration, you have to find other ways to score. And we did it in a couple pockets today, but then we didn't fight back hard enough on the other end.
How do you bounce back on Sunday?
Big one. I put it to them today. Right after here, I'm just like, you haven't checked out. This is, your season they had in your hand right now, and you can't waltz in anywhere to expect to have Hofstra on your chest. You're going to get a win. So it's really up to them mentally how they respond. The inconsistency of our play is what is most disappointing to me. We've just been up and down here, and it's no reason. Energy's high, we're ready to go, and then we just play flat and then don't respond to the challenge.
Maybe it's more of a case of the defense didn't work, or they just hit shots that you wouldn't normally think they'd hit.
Well, they definitely hit some great shots. They definitely, and they're, that's how you can be very inconsistent and then all of a sudden be very consistent when you get your confidence back. Dominique Johnson was coming off a 17-point game. That was her season high, and she had 18 points today. We knew McTiller, who's leading the second leading scorer in our league. We knew that she was a strong scorer, but some folks made some big shots. People's, in a limited possession game, People's hit a 15-footer. Number 55, hits close to a 3 right there in the start of the game. They're feeling confident. That's how quickly that you can change the mental shape of somebody on the other end.